Lee Douglas began his broadcast career in 1973. The same year, he graduated from high school in Pueblo. The station was KFEL. He worked part-time at KDZA Radio while attending CSU Pueblo, then full-time after graduation for several years. He loved music and enjoyed doing his Sock Hop Saturday night show with Christine the Tiny Bopper.
The master of the memories, as he was known as in the radio. He knew every song, every record, every artist.
He was a broadcaster at KRDO-TV Channel 12. He joined KOAA-TV in 1979 as a sports broadcaster.
We have an Athlete of the Week runner-up this week. This is the KDZA radio station basketball team from the late 1970s. And does that guy look familiar? Yes, our own White Shadow, Mr. Lee Douglas himself. I believe back in his playing days, he was Douglas White Legs Cooley.
Whoa!
He would have been our Athlete of the Week.
He left briefly in the 1980s to become an assistant city manager in Pueblo. For the better part of 30 years, Douglas reported sports in southern Colorado.
Sunday's game with the Chargers may well end up being the most important game of the year for the Broncos.
He also served as the Colorado State Fair Director of Marketing for many years in the 1980s. In 2000, he was named KOAA News 530 Sports Director.
Sports with Lee Douglas on News First 5.
I thought we were going to have to wait until Sunday for official word on the bowl destination for the Air Force football team.
He served as color commentator for Air Force Academy football for 7 seasons.
He was an icon, man. I mean, he did it for so many years and did it so well and did it the way it was supposed to do and with such quality and such character.
I get to tell the stories of Colorado's athletes, from John Elway to America's Olympians, the high school kid who lives on your street.
I often looked at Lee as a mentor and a father figure. I often marveled at the way that Lee, under deadline pressure, the job can be pretty stressful, that he could take a microphone and tell a story seamlessly, flawlessly, in his own way, and it was spot on.
He had numerous awards from the Colorado Broadcasters Association and the Associated Press. Lee served on the board of directors of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Pueblo County and Lower Arkansas Valley, and was on the selection committee of the Colorado Hall of Fame.
Sack Hunger with John Elway, and it's for the Pueblo Cooperative Care Center, and John has taken some time to talk with us. Welcome to Pueblo, John, for such a great cause.
Well, thank you. You know, it's great to be here. I've said...
I was sitting here, John Elway was sitting here, Lee was sitting on the other side, and we hosted this whole event together. And when I got done, I said, "This is the coolest thing I've ever done." And he said, "Me too."
John Elway dashed me with a bottle of champagne, but it's not true that...
You can hear his voice and know who he is. You don't have to see him, but you can hear him. And gonna miss that voice.
I cherish those moments that we had together, talking about sports or life in general and sharing a laugh together.
Oh, man!
He was just an average guy that liked to have a beer, hang out with his buddies, play golf, play a little bit of poker, and just happened to have to wear a suit and tie and have like a great job where he sat on the news set every night at this family television station that is KOAA and talk about sports. I mean, a dream come true job for him.
But it's bell game week in Pueblo.
And that was a gift that he had, and he gave that to people every night on the newscast.
Douglas passed away unexpectedly on Super Bowl Sunday 2012. The broadcast professionals of Colorado welcome Lee Douglas to the 2012 Hall of Fame.